Sigma males. They seem like the embodiment of self-sufficiency and inner strength. But there's a side to them many don't see. Often perceived as emotionally detached, the reality is quite the opposite. Beneath the cool exterior lies a heart that feels deeply and, at times, profoundly isolated. Contrary to popular belief, Sigma men, just like anyone else, grapple with the ghost of loneliness. Their aura of confidence might suggest otherwise, but it can sometimes be this very aura that deepens their feelings of isolation. They are masters at managing solitude, but it doesn't mean they crave it. Deep inside, there's a burning desire for meaningful connections. A passion for committing, being understood, and sharing a bond beyond the superficial. In this video, I'll unravel the mystery behind the loneliness of Sigmas. 1. The solitary path. In a world brimming with bustling crowds and constant connectivity, the Sigma male emerges as a solitary figure navigating a path less traveled. Unlike their extroverted counterparts who draw energy from social interactions, Sigma males find solace in the sanctum of their own company. But what fuels this preference for solitude? It's not a mere rejection of society or an aversion to human connection. Instead, it's a deliberate and profound choice at the heart of the Sigma male's identity. For them, solitude isn't a sentence, it's a sanctuary. This doesn't mean they're antisocial or looking to ditch relationships. It's just that they don't need that continuous face-to-face chit-chat like some do. Sigma males are fueled by an innate need to navigate life on their own terms. Amid a world often influenced by external pressures and societal expectations, they carve out a space where their decisions are unclouded by the noise of the crowd. It's within these moments of aloneness that their thoughts crystallize, their ambitions take shape, and their individuality flourishes. They can slip away from most people because they're not all about explaining why they need this alone time on repeat. It's a bit of a challenge for them because what they're really after are individuals who get it. Folks who understand that personal space isn't a code word for stay away. They're not being rude. It's just a hassle to explain their solo sabbaticals repeatedly. Sigma males could easily go days without a single peep to anyone. It's a stretch even for their close-knit connections. They're not out to embrace solitude just for the sake of loneliness. It's a bit like needing that me time to recharge their batteries. 2. The problem of loneliness. Loneliness, a complex emotion that cuts deep into the human soul, holds a unique duality within the world of Sigma males. It's a two-edged sword that empowers and challenges these solitary souls, revealing the intricate dance between solitude and the desire for connection. For Sigma males, solitude isn't a mere state of being alone. It's a deliberate choice that nurtures self-discovery and introspection. In the stillness of isolation, they embark on a journey of unraveling their thoughts, understanding their motivations, and forging an unbreakable bond with themselves. This solitude becomes a canvas upon which they paint the tapestry of their individuality. However, this same solitude that empowers their self-discovery can also give rise to a haunting sense of isolation. As they tread the solitary path, the world around them can seem distant, its rhythms out of sync with their own. The very strength that defines them, the ability to stand alone, can sometimes lead to feelings of detachment and disconnection from the bustling society they observe from a distance. The dichotomy of loneliness unfolds in this intricate interplay between empowerment and vulnerability. Sigma males possess the ability to thrive in their solitude. Still, they also experience the pangs of yearning for connection, the deep-seated desire to share their thoughts, dreams, and experiences with a kindred spirit. 3. Navigating relationships. In a world where relationships often blur lines and boundaries, Sigma males tread the path of connection with a sense of caution. They recognize the value of meaningful bonds that resonate with their core principles rather than succumbing to the allure of superficial interactions. This discernment makes them selective in forming relationships, opting for quality over quantity. Their selectiveness isn't fueled by arrogance or aloofness. Rather, it reflects their respect for the sanctity of genuine human bonds. Sigma males recognize that the energy they invest in relationships should yield meaningful and reciprocated connections. This approach allows them to maintain a smaller circle while fostering deeper, more meaningful relationships. They might look distant and cold, like they don't care about anyone or anything. But don't let that fool you. That's a mask. A shield against a world that often gets it wrong. Hidden deep inside is hunger. A hunger for real connections, not the shallow stuff most run after, but real, deep connections. For these men, loyalty isn't just a word, it's a way of life. They'd walk through fire for those they hold dear. The world sees their shield and thinks that's who they are. Connecting? It's like climbing a damn mountain. To really connect, they need to let that guard down. Be open. Be vulnerable. But trust. That's a rare commodity, especially when they're constantly being misjudged. And because of this mask, the wrong kind gets attracted to them. Those who don't see the heart beneath. And when that happens, they feel even more alone. It's not just about being alone in a room. It's about being surrounded by people and feeling invisible. Not being recognized for who they truly are. 4. Sigmas have uncommon beliefs. They know what it feels like to be alone, even when surrounded by people they care about. It's like a deep loneliness that comes from uniquely seeing the world. They just don't connect with others the same way because they see and understand things that most people don't. It is hard for them to fit in and make connections like regular folks do. It's their sharp minds that play a role here. Being smart can sometimes lead to feeling down and gloomy, as strange as that might sound. Studies have found that smarter people often have a more negative outlook on life. So, for Sigma males, their way of thinking sets them apart from the crowd. And because of this, making friends and forming relationships becomes quite challenging. This is why they embrace a solo life, like the lone wolf in the wild. 5. Sigma males don't show weakness. Sigma males are forged from a different metal. The idea of revealing vulnerability doesn't sit well with them. And this deep-rooted distaste is a pivotal reason behind their struggles in evading the clutches of loneliness. They're like stone walls, unyielding and unwavering. They're not always ready to admit it when grappling with emotions that might make them feel exposed, as that would mean revealing a chink in their armor. The mere thought of that makes them cringe. Their yearning is etched with the desire to stand tall and firm, no matter the circumstances. It's like an unquenchable fire that burns within them, compelling them to be seen as pillars of strength and capability. This unrelenting drive to appear unbreakable can sometimes shroud their inner turmoil. It's as if they're trapped in a fortress of their own making. Real connection blooms when we let others see our vulnerabilities. Sigma males find it hard to let others or themselves see their weaknesses. Their disposition, often characterized by being cautious and withdrawn, stands in the way of them fully letting down their guard. And this is the knot they must navigate to find the connection they yearn for. Sigma men strive to connect, knowing they don't always fit the norm. This is their first step in understanding their solitude, a noteworthy path to self-discovery. Acknowledging and addressing this yearning to bridge the gap is monumental in their fight against loneliness. Gradually opening up is key. They don't have to change who they are, just trust their instincts when they find someone trustworthy. No second guessing. Let them see the depth of your personality. Sharing needs and quirks fosters understanding, dispelling the idea that emotions equal vulnerability. It is also helpful to seek out like-minded individuals who share your interests rather than sticking to the same old routine. Whether connecting with fellow Sigmas online or finding folks who enjoy the same hobbies, the rewards are significant. The bond formed through shared experiences and shared goals can be a guiding light on your path. To uncover the next best way to level up as a man, dive into the video here.